which shall never end.
Apparently my stream is not as live as I'd like it to be. That's very unfortunate. But well, it is what it is. Hopefully it works this time. Yeah, not feeling great about what just happened, but that's all right. Hopefully the stream's gonna come up now and everything's gonna be all right. On the other hand, Ron's feeling amazing about what's happening. There still hasn't been a brawl from his opponent. This Cave Hydra Zombies is getting great value. Katharina's amazing. And yeah, honestly, I'm not sure I see a path for him. It's gonna be really difficult for him to recover from here. I'm not sure what he's even looking for at this point. He could do a massive, Brawl. Brawl is pretty good. But he needs to silence the Katharina first. He's probably just gonna tank up. And maybe even shield slam something, although I think maybe he saves that given that he's brawling next turn. No, he is gonna shield slam the Katharina so that there's no chance of it getting cubed or anything. I can get behind that, especially with cube coming off the top. Well played, Logan. That being said, that cube is still going to duplicate something pretty big going forward. Ron's just continuing to build big beasts and be happy. Ooh, this time the beasts are showing up. That's nice. I'm glad they fixed that problem. The candle shots can take down the owl, no problem. He's probably just going to charge the zombies for 7 face damage if you include the battle cry. Can't really say no to that. Oh, he might be going for double 4s instead. Get a nice adapted one, charge it, or rather play the Timberwolf to get a little more damage from 2 beasts he has on board. Interesting adapt choices. Ends up going for +3 health, can't believe him. More durability is always good, although honestly not too sure about what it protects against. And even with Brawl, Logan just doesn't have a great way to recover this board. And he's gonna brawl it out. Let's see how lucky he gets. It's a pretty big swing. He obviously doesn't want to see the Witch with Grizzly live, and ends up being a 3 zombies. So a pretty middling outcome. We might see Sophia's come down from just to try to retake the board. Otherwise, yeah, it is gonna be so for us. Goodbye to Tank Up and hello to Die Insect. So for us, gonna hit the 3/8 Zombies, and he's debating whether or not he wants to start pushing in face damage. I think he needs to, and he agrees. Basically, at this point, like, the hunter can generate infinite value, and you absolutely cannot as the warrior, and so you need these Sophros hits to come up big for you. Ooze comes down. It's been in the hand for a while, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I'm doing a great job casting and not paying attention to what's happening. And yeah, Ron's just happy generating more beasts every single turn. What's Logan gonna do about it? Nothing. He's gonna play a giggling event on the wall. Rag shot goes exactly where it should, faces the place. All he has to do is land 5 more of those, and he's looking good. And hope that, you know, Ron doesn't build any lifesteal beasts, except for the fact that he already has a life drinker in hand. It's not lifesteal, but it still recovers his health pool. He has doesn't get one here, but Stone Tusk Spore is always a good addition to any beast you build. And the Stone Tusk Bloat Bat is a lot of fun. It's like a mini consecration, although you can't pop it right now. He's probably just gonna play one of the mid-sized beasts. Why not? No need to worry too much about what's going on. And I mean, he just keep putting on the pressure forever and ever. Like it looks like the Life Drinker Charger is gonna come out. This Life Drinker plus Stone Tusk Boar. It's gonna clear out all of these little Annoyatrons, and it's gonna continue to look in a really good spot. Logan, without his tank power, doesn't have a great way to gain life anymore outside of the second shield block and Ziliax. Also means that if he draws Shield Slam and Reckless Flurry, none of those are going to be particularly useful going forward. Yeah. From Logan, it's likely we're gonna see Dynamatic come down. Yep, exactly. Trade Dynamatic. Hopefully you get some good, wow. That's one hell of a Dynamatic. At this point, he looks like he is dropping Zilliax. Okay. Gets a nice 6-6 Divine Shield, fights for board pretty well, and he's still in this game. It's just continuing to be rough. Ron can just continue building beasts. I mean, what are you gonna do about that? A lot of this matchup does hinge on when the Hunter draws Rexar, and Rexar coming down turn 6 just so hard to beat from all the value it generates all game. And as expected, he's building a beast, gets a very poisonous bundle of beasts on the back end. And so Divine Shield, poisonous, Zombeast, why not? That thing's gonna be a massive pain to kill. Stone Skin Basilisk, man. Pretty good card. At least for Zombeast. Guess the Hunter's Mark down just to limit the life that Logan can gain from this, I guess. Although, honestly, it doesn't make a huge difference. I guess it makes it so that he doesn't have to trade in another beast for this. Not sure I agree with it. Actually, no, I agree with it. There's basically no real big threats left in Logan's deck. I mean, there's like Baku, but playing Baku with Rag Hero Power feels so awful. And, yeah. Rag Shot goes face again. HP's going down ever so slightly. But playing Direhorn Hatchling into Divine Shield sort of sucks. Basically losing into Divine Shield never feels good. Ooh, Spider Bomb lets him put in some face damage if he chooses to go for that, since he has Play Dead in hand. And that looks... He also has a Terrascale Stalker in hand, which is probably what he ended up going for. We have an Echoed Zombeast. He can make a bunch of little dudes whenever he feels like it. He is going to Terrascale out the Spider Bomb Death Rattle. Not a huge surprise here. Keeps taking face damage. Has yet another board that needs to be dealt with. And all in all, I mean, still feels good to be around here. Rag Hero Power does not hit me this time. And we're just gonna see a couple of bounces Vicious come down. Not particularly interesting. Ooh, are we gonna see the Charging Consecration Zombies come out? He'll clear out one of the dudes and damage the other. Nope, instead we're just gonna see a bunch of rushing Echo Raptors. Why not? Deals with this board just fine. He's debating whether or not he wants to play the third one or build it. Honestly, don't think there's a really wrong play at this point. Third one makes you a little more resistant to fatigue, I suppose. You can play Egg and Play Dead, that works too. And he's gonna put out a nice 5-5. Why not? Another really strong board. Brawl doesn't even do that much against it. He's gonna have to brawl anyways, he's just facing too much damage on board and hopefully he keeps his size. The egg does not survive. Logan's probably wanting the egg to survive, but whatever. Rag Shot hits face again. Alright, this is starting to get a little interesting. Ron's not looking that healthy anymore. I think he's probably still fine, but it's definitely getting to the point where it's just a tad bit tighter. Yeah, Logan's begging for Super Collider. Super Collider would be pretty good. Lets him deal with both Devil Swords pretty easily. Except for the taunt that's in the way now. And the other taunt that's in the way now. And... better hit some... He gets the Super Collider too! I mean, that's still pretty big for him. Ooh, that's huge. That is really big. If this Rag Shot hits face, okay, hitting a minion is not bad either, but he has these 2 more Rag Shots to hit face. This is somehow, some way still winnable. Barely. Wait. Yeah, Ron's 1 damage off lethal with the Zombeast, with the Tundra Rhino Zombeast. Let's see what he manages to pull. Emerald Reaver's not bad, honestly, just as a low mana beast that does some damage. He is gonna go for the Reaver. Get the lifesteal for Scalehide is actually pretty interesting. Or actually, I would have liked to see the Bloodworm maybe, just because it also has lifesteal. He doesn't need the rush from Scalehide, but it applies to the zombie's hero power too, which is pretty nice. On the other hand, this does give him the ability to play the charging Bloat Bat. That's pretty good too. And with the minion in the middle to block any Super Collider shenanigans, we need like needed like shield block or something with Reckless Flurry to be able to survive this.
Well
At this point, I think that's game. Yeah. That's gonna be that. And game 1 goes in the favor of Ron's Hunter.
Well
Ron remains undefeated. So that's gonna be Logan's Warrior, which in my opinion was his weak link deck, although it's good against a couple of things. Eliminated and Ron up 1-0 with the fancy King Crush finisher. Feel good. So yeah, that is game 1 in the books. We'll see what Logan chooses to go with next. He has the Malagos Druid, which doesn't have a great matchup against Death Rattle Hunter. So he's probably going to go for the Death Rattle Hunter Mirror and see how far it takes him. I know Logan said in the past that he's not particularly great. Stream is in fact live, yes. He's not particularly comfortable with the Death Rattle Hunter, but it's good enough. Why not?
Rexar versus Rexar.
And he is in fact going to go for the Hunter Mirror. No surprise here.
bring it on.
I was actually discussing matchups with Logan before this set, and Logan felt like in general his decks just didn't match up well against Ron's list, and we're seeing that in play now. Let's highlight some differences in this mirror. We got Saturnight Chain Gang in Ron's list, whereas Logan's opted for, what has he gone instead? A Savannah Jaime and some Giggling Inventors. Alright, overall, fairly similar. Saturnight Chain Gang has a bit of better synergy with Keleseth, but we see neither player pulled Keleseth to start. Ron is gonna get the really nice egg into Stalker Terrascale's Terror Scale Stalker Curve, whereas Logan unfortunately doesn't have a great activator for his own egg. He's probably gonna, or he'll potentially have to Flanking Strike it, which definitely doesn't feel as good as Terrascale himself. Now he's gonna Flanking Strike his opponent's egg. He's gonna go like, alright, I don't get a Devil Sword, but that's okay. You can always get one later. Second Terrascale off the top is a fantastic draw. I'm sure Ron's really happy to see that, and Logan is absolutely not. And Logan, well, he's gonna put down a taunt. Yep, first Giggling Inventor's gonna come down. But MC Tech as a counter is pretty good.
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
Pulls the egg. That's probably not what he was hoping for, but I mean, it's not even bad, honestly. Logan's already over it, and I don't blame him. It's looking pretty rough for him. Man, he's had eggs, not great, but I mean, Mossy Horror exists in both decks, and egg is a really big deterrent to Mossy Horror. Could clean up the second Giggling Inventor. Logan at least is able to trade off some of these minions, and you know, he's remaining stable on board, but Deathstalker Rexar is going to come straight down and continue ruining his day. Yeah, it's just really unfortunate. These Witchwood Grizzlies in hand aren't that great. basically all of his Katharina beasts are in hand. All he has remaining is one Savannah high main in the deck. Like this is just, it's so painful. This is so painful to watch. This is part of the reason why I really like playing the Deathstalker, not Deathstalker, sorry, Death Rattle Hunter sometimes, just because the deck's reliant on so many combos. It has so many strong combos, but it is reliant on these combos, and that means that sometimes, you know, you don't get a good draw and you just have a bunch of dead cards in your hand, which is pretty unfortunate.
I wonder.
Hunter's Mark Flanking Strike from Ron, as well as Building Beasts, continues to leave him in a dominant board position, whereas Logan's honestly continuing to draw pretty dead. Katharina's gonna pull high main on the front end and nothing on the back end, since his deck is now in fact out of beasts. And let's see, he's facing down 11 damage on board, plus the zombies makes... Eggs aren't beasts, right? Yeah, they aren't. So that's 13 damage on board. What other options? Ron can keep popping his eggs, he can keep generating beasts. Carnivorous Cube is pretty good. Picks random cube, let's see. Could drop a big taunt Grizzly, but why not just drop a big taunt Zombeast instead? And if you're Ron, I think you're pretty content to go face here. No reason to trade into Katharina, no reason to trade into Savannah. Just spark it up. Logan's on 7 HP. He's already used both of his already used both of his Giggling Inventors. His last remaining taunt available is this Witchfoot Grizzly. 3-8 honestly isn't that inspiring. We're gonna see a play dead on this Hunter's Mark. Wait, he's gonna use Hunter's Mark on it. Oops. That's unfortunate. Probably wouldn't have mattered. Chances are there's a 1 in 7 for it to hit the nah, we're not gonna type to him. But there's a 1 in 7 of hitting the Zombeast, which, I mean, not doing great, and he's facing down lethal on board. So that's yeah, that's gonna be a 2-0 in favor of Ron. Ron remaining undefeated. And it's all down to Logan's Malagos Druid. Ron, come on. You got so much more than lethal here. And maybe he's debating how he can successfully BM here. But nope, just gonna finish it off nice and clean. Maybe? Yeah. And that's gonna be game 2 in the bags. Ron up 2-0, and Logan in danger of falling to the lower bracket. And yeah, last up, let me just change the overlay real quick, is in fact Logan's Malagos Druid deck. There's a very standard Malagos Druid. It doesn't have any of the Togwaggle shenanigans that we've seen some Malagos Druids mix in as an alternate win condition. Yes, I know Tog's another deck, but we've seen sort of hybrid Malagos Tog Druids. This is just an honest standard Druid deck. Malagos Druid deck, rather. And already not a great start for Logan. He doesn't have Wild Growth. His opponent has turned to Keleseth, And Deathstalker Rexar, like egg. We'll see if Ron draws into an egg activator. That will pretty much put the nail in the coffin. Whereas Logan's just wondering where his wild growth is, honestly. Kelisat's gonna come down. Let's see if we see an emote. I personally am expecting a wow from one of these players. Nope.
Nature will
Okay, there we
rise
go.
against you.
No wild growth. Logan's definitely not happy about this. And all he can do is double chump this Kelisat. Egg's gonna come down on 3, curving into Shaw. Why not? Why not? And yeah. Looking from bad to worse here. Logan at least does have a good amount of delay in his hand. He has Giggling Inventors. Interested to see whether he hero powers down the Kelisath or he... he's gonna play the Twig instead. Interesting. Yeah, why not, I guess. That is one of the ways he could win this game, which is just getting the Malagos combo off really early. Although he's still missing most of the cards for it. 4/7 Houndmaster Shaw comes down. This is going to be super hard to remove. On the other side, we're probably just going to see Ferocious Howl. Yep. Ferocious Howl. Gain 7 armor. Why not? Next turn, at least, we can see maybe Nourish Arcane Tyrant. Giggling Inventor is not bad. Spreading Play can delay. Like, there is quite a bit of delay in this hand from Druid, but Mossy Horror is so good for Ron here. Mind Control Tech can be pretty big too, although he might go for the Saturnite just because 2, 3, 4s for 4 is so good. Could even opt for Play Dead, honestly. He already has one, but being able to generate 2 5/5s is also really strong. Yeah, honestly, I don't feel like there's a particularly bad pool here. Wish I could hide Distance. He's on the play, so he should be at 5 mana, so 4 after tracking. So play dead, hero power is what it looks like it's going to be. And I think I agree with this. Play dead basically represents a 1 mana 5/5, which is debatably better than 4 mana for 2 3/4s, especially just for putting the pressure on early, especially given that he has Mossy Horror to deal with the Giggling Inventor that's about to come out. Yeah. Still looking pretty good for a hunter player around here. I think Logan's debating Giggling Inventor versus Nourish, whether or not he can afford to take the 14, 15, 17 face damage headed towards him next turn. And looks like he is going to go for Giggling, but we see that this is not going to help him a bit. Mossy Horror is probably going to get snap played. It's just so unbelievably good here. It pops your egg, it generates a minion, and lets you go face real hard. Feels bad for Logan, man. This is brutal.
I wonder.
Wonder what he's thinking about. I mean, Rexar's like not the worst here, but Mossy Horror is just so good. He might just be checking, he might be thinking about this as a potential answer to Spreading Plague instead and Rexar first. That, I mean, that's pretty reasonable too, honestly. But I feel like the Mossy Horror is just too good to ignore here.
Quickly.
But if he does go for the Rexar, I mean, he only loses, he loses 4 damage. But now he's gonna go Mossy Horror and just pound in 15 to face. Why not? I think this might be the quickest Spreading Plague of Logan's life. He desperately needs it to stabilize here. And Spreading Plague Arcane Turn. No surprise here. That being said, these little scarabs honestly don't have that much life in them. There's a lot of 5/5s on board. Like, Ron's gonna be trading him pretty favorably here. I expect to see tracking, dig for a nice minion. Yep. It's probably counting damage with the Hunter's Mark. Hunter's Mark is gonna let him not have lethal. Gets him pretty close. Actually, Yeah, no, not quite there. But he's gonna go for the cube instead. No reason not to. Cube's really strong. Actually, does cube get him lethal? Not quite. Still a lot of damage. Put Logan down to a nice solid 8 health. And yeah. Let's see. I'm not sure how Logan stabilizes from here. He has a lot of mana to work with thanks to the Twig. He could do something like giggling with the Flibidinous Floop. He could even afford to draw first if he wanted to, with like Ferocious Howl. It's like giggling up. Pop the Twig. Giggling again. Ferocious Howl. That is maybe misordered? Not too sure. Giggling again. Jasper Spellstone as removal. Honestly, pretty strong turn. Does manage to put up a pretty big wall. We do see that the majority of this wall is going to get slammed by the Rexar or maybe the Katharina. Katharina is pretty good here. But Rexar just dominates this board, so we'll see. He is going to go for Rexar. Continue putting in a lot of face damage. Katharina has a 1 in 3 chance to pull on Crush. Given that there are only 3 beasts in this Hunter deck, 2 of them are Whistle Grizzlies and 1 is the Crushinator himself, and that is a 9/9 King Crush. So definitely a scary prospect there. From Logan's side, Ultimate Infestation. Can't fault it. Finally gets rid of this dangerous Houndmaster Shaw. And yeah, with 2 Naturalizes coming up, with Malagos in hand, like he has an outside chance of stabilizing here. Like if you can get Malagos to stick, that can win you the game by itself. So that may be his best bet here. Especially with Ron slowing down a tad bit to build Beast. I honestly would have liked to see the Katharina instead. I guess the Terrascale Stalker popping the cube and then the cube into the Ghoul Infestor and getting more cube pops is also really strong. But we'll see what ends up happening here. Oh, after playing the Direwolf, popping the cube is not quite as good anymore. We might see him just go face instead. Wait, no, never mind. Popping the cube still gets 2 5/5s, yeah. He is gonna go that route, excuse me. And that leaves him with 10, 15, 20, 26, 29, 31 damage on board. Some of this can get naturalized away, but I think we might see something like Malagos Naturalized Moonfire. Let's see how much that deals with. Malagos Naturalized Moonfire can clear out decent amount of damage. Looks like he's going for a swipe play instead, which means we might see Branching Paths for a bunch of armor gain. Double Naturalize and the Branching Paths. And yeah, he's gonna try to gain a bunch of armor, do some naturalizes, but we're gonna see Katharina come down. Again, 1 in 3 of pulling Crush. He also has 16 damage on board, which is gonna let him bring Logan back down to 14 health. And with the Katharina, I believe he continues to threaten here. And he does get the King Crush. Make that 6 health remaining, or 5 health remaining for Logan. And yeah, I think Logan has no more outs remaining. Malagos Moonfire face. Yep, looks like he sees it. He goes for the clear lethal. Logan does not miss lethal here. And that's going to be a clean 3-0 for Ron, who is still undefeated. Wow. And Ron advances to the upper bracket finals. with a absolutely insane 15-0 record thus far. Sorry, 12-0. Yeah, 12-0 record thus far. Well played. GG's. I believe that is the only series we're looking at tonight. If not, I may be on a little later. But, yeah. Pretty sick series. Don't know what to say. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the early OBS issues. Sorry for some of the shakiness because I literally just got home to start this stream. And I'll catch y'all later.